Hello everybody and welcome. It's about my third attempt to get this right, just to say hello. So if I get past this bit, maybe we'll be okay, who knows, eh? Right, yesterday and the day before we made a little trifold, which could be a standalone, or I do have something else in mind for it. And so I've decided to do another trifold. It's using the same Your Creative Studio bird box. No birds are nesting in it presently, so we're all right. Same background paper, same everything really, so coordinates really well with the trifold that we already now have made, haven't we? Yes. Right, so the measurements for the base of this one are as follows. 1 inch along, score, a further 2 3/4 inches and score, a further 3 3/4 inches and score, and a further 3 inches, and then you want to cut that off there. So it's 1 inch, score, 2 3/4, from the inch, another 2 3/4, score, another 3 3/4 and score, another 3 inches and chop it off. So I'll just leave that there for a second for you, so you can either jot it down if you want to, or take a screenshot if you fancy, whichever suits you. Those are the measurements that I've used, and they fit really well with the project I have in mind. Okay, we got those? Excellent. Let's move along and hope that I've got them too. Right, so there's all, it's a trifold, so obviously there are several parts to it. The front, this is the front, because it kind of goes, I'm not sure if I can fold this, if they've got bits sticking out places, but yeah, look, goes like that. So this is our front bit here. This was the inch that we folded over, well, creased. And then this is the 2 3/4 here, the next piece. So that's going to fold over, and that's going to be a little pocket, little side tuck there. So working on this 2 3/4 inch panel here, I should have told you how tall it was. It's the same as yesterday's, but I can't remember. 5.5 inches tall. So this panel, the front panel that we're working on, is 5.5 by 2 3/4. Okay, so one of the bits that I cut off when I got to the end and I cut it off, I've cut down to 1 inch. Let me just check that I'm not fibbing to you. 1.25 inches, in actual fact. Measurements are spot on today, aren't they? And I'm going to make a belly band out of that, so I need to move that safety pin because it's in my way. And I'm just going to stick it down fairly centrally like that, so a wee bit of glue on the top and a wee bit on the bottom, and we'll be all right. It's quite a nice day here today, I can tell you. I know you like my weather forecasting. I'm not forecasting it, I'm just telling you what it's like. It's okay, it's quite sunny, quite chilly, but you know. Right, so let's see if we can get that kind of halfway along there, something like straight. I think that looks okay. So let's just press that down, stick a couple of clips in it. Huge fan of clips. They keep working, even when I've moved on. It won't take long, not long at all. Now, to go into that belly band, I've made a little, it is just a little booklet. And I made it with the collage paper. And I've just put, I think there's only there's 4 pages in there. So it's not the largest notebook in the world, but it's a pretty little one. And I've used 3-hole pamphlet stitch, but the first stitch I've gone in from the middle, which then means that I've got my strings on the outside, and I've just put put some little circles from the collage paper onto those just to pretty it up a bit. I'll give you the measurements of this and then you will know. It's 3 inches wide by, I think that's 4 actually. Yeah, 4. So it's 3 wide by 4 tall. And the pages obviously are just that little bit less, so it looks nice when you open it and they're not hanging over the side, etc. Right, I'm taking these clips off now. Let's assume or presume they've done the job. And I'm just going to run some washi tape up there. You may recall we did that yesterday in various places and it looked, well, I thought it looked nice. So I want that fairly central. Let's try there, that doesn't look too bad from here. Probably easier if I look at it that way. Yeah, I think that's okay. And I'm just going to take my bone folder, hold that exactly where I want to tear it off. Try the same little trick here, although it never works so well when you've just got a little bit. And that has indeed left a tiny little bit there just to trim. So let's just do that now. There we are. And then I'm just going to burnish it like mad with my bone folder so it doesn't even think of coming out. Actually, this washi tape, once it's stuck down, it's stuck. So if you get it in the wrong place, you're a bit jiggered because you can't get it off really. So there we are, that's that. Now then, this is going to just fit into there and you'll see it's bigger than that panel. But that's okay, looks all right, I quite like it. So what we need is just a sticker on there and that'll be that front page already done. How speedy are we today? I did ink round everything because I forgot yesterday. Let's have a look at this one. What's he look like? He looks nice on there, doesn't he? Let's do that then. Honestly, we're going to have so much stuff left from this kit. Loads, which is good. That's a good thing. We've probably got enough to make a journal with. Come on, don't be awkward. Don't be awkward, thank you. Just needed a bit of a telling. Let's stick that on there. Like that. This one's pretty, it's got butterflies on and everything. Lovely. Right. Burnish, burnish, burnish. Lovely. So you will see later on exactly how that holds in place. But that's a secret at the moment. It's not really a secret. Because you could go forward in the video, then you'd find out what happens. But it's not quite that exciting, is it? So this is our inch that we fold over, and that forms a little side tuck. And I've got a journaling card here that I made out of the blue background paper. And I've used one of the pages from the beautiful little book that you get. Oh my goodness, I'm in love with this book. And I just cut it down a little bit. See if I can find that one and show you. Look at that page, isn't it beautiful? Is that it? No. Where are you? Doesn't want to be found. Is that it? No. That's it. Yeah, so you can see I've cut it down a good bit, but still, it still looks, still birdie. I don't know what's wrong with me today. So let's stick this little flap down and put our journaling card in, and that'll be another panel done. We are motoring today. There we are. I'm just going to put a clip just there and there, and let's see if that fits in with the clips on. Yes, it does. It's beautiful. So that's perfect. There's the the fold line there that's inked, and that fits into there, and you'll see it just fits in with a nice comfortable space. Perfect. Now I think I will put some washi down there. I really like it, and we've got it, and I can't think when else I'd use it, you know, so let's use it. We've got it, we'll use it. So which way is up? It is directional, this, so just watch out if you're using it. So just down the middle of there, I think that's the middle. I don't think it's far off if it's not. And we'll do the same trick again with the bone folder. Sorry for all the twisting and turning, but I can only do this when I hold the bone folder in my left hand. It still hasn't done properly. Doesn't matter, it's not the end of the world. We can just trim that along there. And along the bottom. Excellent. Right, so let's burnish that down and put the clips in again, just to hold it. See, it makes such a difference, that washi tape. I really like it. It's one of my favourite things in the pack, to be honest. And there's loads we haven't touched on yet in that pack, I tell you. Right, so now this brings us to this central panel here. So we've got another one of these pockets like we made yesterday or the day before. I've made a journaling card here, another page from that lovely little book onto some of the collage paper that we've got, and that hopefully is going to fit in there. And then I made a dinky little envelope. It's gorgeous. I love it. Needs a bit of journaling inside, and I think I cut some at some stage to go in there, but then again I could have been lying. Yeah, I think I was lying. Let's get some cream paper. Here we are. There's a couple of sheets there actually. Don't need that much. Let's just fold it in half first off. Well, actually, let's see if it's the right. Oh, it's perfect width. I think it had been made to measure. There we go. And let's just fold that to the right height for our envelope, which is about there. And if we fold that over, will that be all right? I don't know, let's see. I think so, you know. Let's just see if that wants to fit in there. Yes, perfect. And that's quite a lot of journaling actually, isn't it? Look at all the journaling you get. Wow. Right, so let's fold that up then, pop it in its envelope. I made the envelope on my mini envelope punch board, this one, and you know, I hummed and hawed about whether to get this mini one, because I you know, how many mini envelopes does one make? But it turns out that I make quite a lot. So I'm really pleased to have it. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I use it a lot. I'm very pleased to have it. So, and I made this little one on there, and it's 2 inch by 3 inch. That's what it is. So let's stick this down. It just needs flattening out a little bit. And I'm going to do that same thing again, where I'm just going to come under the curve, and I'm being very frugal with my glue, because as we learnt yesterday, it just smooshes out everywhere, and it's quite strong glue, this, so I don't think I need vast quantities. There we are. Right, let's give that a try. So I'm just coming up from the bottom again, just a little bit, and making sure that it's a snug fit there in between those crease marks, fold marks. So you can see there's our fold marks and there's the pocket just sitting there snugly in between those. And as you can see, I've already stuck a sticker on it. So let's just make sure that that's stuck down. I can take these clips off now, I'm pretty sure. There we go. So let's see if this wants to fit. Do you want to fit? Yes, I want to fit. Brilliant, that's great. And then we're just going to pop the envelope in there as well. Now I'm thinking that might just be putting too much pressure on that before it dries. So I'll just leave the envelope there. We know it goes in, where it goes in, etc. But I'll just leave that to dry, just a couple of minutes. Right, so then moving along to the next panel. I can't believe the speed, the alacrity that we're going at. It's amazing. Right, this is another acetate window. As you can see, it's kind of the same as yesterday's, but it's a different size. So let me tell you what it measures. It measures 2 3/4 by 4, 2 3/4 wide, 4 inches tall. And what I've done is I've gone round at the 3/8 of an inch around these 3 sides here, and that is 3/4 of an inch, just as a point of difference, no other reason at all. I could, I guess, put some washi over there. No, I'm going to leave it plain, I think. So I'm just going to stick that down, leaving the top open. So I'm just concentrating on not getting too much glue. I think that's something that we all do. We use way, way, way too much glue. I don't know how much we think it's going to take to stick paper to paper. Right, so let's just place that evenly on that panel. And quite square would be good. Like that. I think that's a lovely job. Press that down. Great. Great, great, great. Lovely job. And what's going to happen is this card, it's, you know, from the sheet of the collage. I've stuck a sticker on it there, inked around it as journaling on the back, and that hopefully is going to go into there. Like that. Look at that. That's so pretty. That's so nice. I am for the time being going to take that out just until the glue dries, because sometimes your journaling card sticks to the glue and that's really not what you want. It's the right pain when it does it, but I'm not going to put it in there, so I'm not going to give it the chance to do that. Right, so now we start on the tricky dicky stuff. Well, it's not tricky, I shouldn't say that. It's not tricky. It's just the closure, the method of closing. So here I have a piece of card folded in 2. Now then, pin back your logos, because this probably is the most important part. It's 1.5 inches wide, and in total it is 8 inches. Okay, and then you fold it at 4 back on itself, so you end up with a piece of card that is 4 doubled over, that is 4 by 1.5 inches. Okay, I've inked around this bit and I've inked around there, and I've stuck a sticker on the top. Now out come the magnets. Don't groan, everybody. Don't groan. Don't do it. I shall show you how to use them. So let's get one magnet off, like this, and we're going to stick it here or here, doesn't really matter. So these have got a cover on the back, and it's really, really sticky behind it. So I think it's super glue actually. So I'm going to take that off, and I'm going to place this sort of centrally there. Like that. That's pretty central. It's about 1/2 inch in from the crease line. And that's that. So I'm going to glue around that. And then we will have one magnet in place. Just put a bit of glue on the top of your magnet as well. Otherwise sometimes you can get sort of a bubble where your magnet is. This is card, well, yeah, it is card. It's 240 GSM, so it's quite thick. So I'm sure we'll be all right. There we are. So let's fold that back over like so. Get it straight. Lovely. Just press that down over the magnet as well. Lovely. And I'm going to clip that for a minute, just till it comes to its senses. I'm going to clip all of it. I'm going to clip mad, because we do want this to be sort of solid. I've got my clips in my wheelie bin. I love that wheelie bin. I used to keep all my threads in it. You know, when I was at the machine, if I cut thread ends off and stuff like that, I used to put them all in there and then empty the bin out. But Catkin got to find out about that, and he liked playing with thread ends apparently. So I've had to repurpose it, but it's great for my clips anyway. So there we are, that's that done. Now I think we can probably put these bits in where they need to go. I love that little envelope, it's gorgeous and just fits in there nicely. I'm hoping I haven't got too much journaling in there, but time will tell. And this fits in there. Yeah, that's great. I did round the corners of this because it does make getting things into pockets that much easier if you haven't got square corners digging in. So I made it a journal card rather than a tag, and it slides in there quite easily, and we've got the sticker there. So that's pretty much that finished. But seeing as we're using magnets, there might just be too much paper in there, but we'll see. We'll see as we go. So onto this back panel now. And what I'm going to do, what I have done, is I've cut myself a piece of the collage paper, and I've cut it at, well, that's 10 3/8. It's a total arbitrary measurement really, somewhere around 10.5-ish, 10 to 10.5, even less if you fancy. And what I'm going to do is, I've got a sticker on one side, I'm going to stick that down there, and it's going to be a bit of journaling, extra journaling like that, but it looks quite nice. And underneath that I'm going to stick our other magnet. So let me get another magnet out. There we go. Right, so I'm just going to take that booklet out for a minute. So that's going to go onto there, like that section there. So we've done the 3 central ones. When you fold that back over, this is where this piece is going to go. And it's going to go with the magnet underneath it, about there. But we need to work out quite where it needs to go. So let's draw ourselves a line. So we know that this measures 5.5. So let's make a line at 2 3/4, which is the halfway, and again there, 2 3/4. I'm just going to draw a little line. Most of it will be hidden underneath that paper, but just, I'm doing it in pencil so I can rub it out. So there's our line there. Bet you can't even see that, it's gone light. There we are. Now then, this hopefully has dried. And we need to put a crease line in it. Now I want 2 1/4. That's the thing about these clips, they do actually, if your card is soft, they do mark it. So let me just go over that and see if I can flatten them out. Yeah, that's fine, I think. Yeah, I want to make a crease at 2 1/4. So I'm putting it in like that. I've got my sticker and my magnet to the left side, and I'm going to mark at 2 1/4. And I've got 2 thicknesses of card, so I'm pressing on quite firmly. I'm just going to fold that over there, like so, make sure it's straightish. Let's just ink that up. Right, so our magnet's here, our other magnet is here. If you hold it over it, I don't know if you saw that, it does happen quite quickly. This is the spare magnet, our existing magnet is in here. So if you just sort of hover it, I can feel it pulling from there actually, and kind of let go, it will find exactly where it needs to go. It's like magic. It's just like magic. So let's make sure that's halfway on our line, like that. I'm going to take the backing off this magnet, revealing its very sticky stickiness. Make sure that that folds over there quite easily. And then stick it down. Let's hope this works there. And then when you do that, look at that. I'm telling you, it's magic. That's all I can say, it's magic. So we've got our second magnet in place. Now that was not traumatic, was it? I mean, it wasn't. It just, if you've got all your prep done and your lines where you want it to go, etc., etc., it'll be fine. You'll be like a magnet pro in no time. Now I know that some of you are going to ask me what size the magnets are, because every time I use them people do. So let me tell you, they are 12 millimeters in diameter, so across them is 12 millimeters. Okay, they are 1 millimeter thick, so they are very, very thin. And the magnet pull, which is the important bit, that's how strong they are, is 1.6 kilograms. So let me just tell you that again. They are 12 mils wide, 1 mil thick, and the magnet itself is 1.6 kilogram pull. Now that's a lot. That's strong. So that's all I know about magnets. Don't ask me anything else, because I don't know. I don't know anything else. Right, so we're going to stick that on there over that magnet. So we're kind of going to hide it. So let's get some glue on here. And hopefully it'll all work and it'll all be excellent. I'm asking it to go through quite a few layers here. So I might have to revisit the amount of journaling in the envelope. But we'll see. Might work. They are quite strong magnets, so I have confidence. Sort of. So what, you may ask, are we going to do with our 2 trifolds? Well, I'll show you. Right, so there we are. Let's just open that up so we can get that right. I want it fairly central. About there. About there. Yeah, that's looking good. Looking good to me. So there we are. Just rubbing it gently over that magnet. There we have it. Lovely. So let's close that down. That's our bit of journaling, extra journaling. And now we can attach this. So it wants to go there. It tells you where it wants to go. And we're going to fold that over there to the back, the very back panel. And we're going to glue that down. So it positions itself. Self-positioning journal making. More can you ask for? Okay, and try and get it somewhat straight and stick that onto the back panel like that. Let's just take these out so I can get a really good press down on there. Pop those back in. So let's have a look at the idea of how this should close. I've got my book still to put in. So that closes up. That stays loose. That closes like that. Our book, little notebook, goes in there like so. And hopefully the magnet works, and it does. It really does. It's not. It's at the end of its limit. If I take the envelope out, it will be much stronger. Yeah, but it still does work with the envelope in, and that's fine because you know, it's as strong as it needs to be. It's a journal. So let's pop that into there. That folds over, that folds over, and then the closure. That's, yeah, like that. There we have it. There's our little trifold of the day. Now it didn't, I mean, admittedly I had all the pieces cut out and inked and whatever, but it doesn't take that long. It really doesn't. The back is plain apart from the back of the closure, and that's our two. Where's the other one that we did yesterday? I don't know where it is. Oh, this is it, I think. Yeah. No, that's not it. Where is the one I did yesterday? Yeah, here it is. Found it. Panic over. So though, look, they look lovely, don't they? I think so anyway. Look really nice. And there's still loads in the box that I haven't even used. I mean, there's this bag here that comes with all sorts of ephemera in it and a pillow, you know, pillow box, I think they're called. Not a pillow box, that's a different thing. This is a pillow box. It makes a box in the shape of a pillow. But there's loads of ephemera stuff in there. Let's have a look and see what you get. All sorts of different stuff. Christmas exhibition. Oh yeah. These feel like stickers, I'm not sure. But all sorts of everything. I mean, these are like toppers, they're lovely. So yeah, you get plenty more. That's nice, isn't it? Plenty stuff, that's nice. still to play with that we haven't even touched upon. So let's pop those back in there. If I can get them back in there. That's a bit of a Tim Holtz vibe going about that little bag of goodness. There's also this little booklet here. It's like a sort of to, from, outward date, return date and signature. And it's just nice. It's also like collage paper, you know, it's nice and thin. You could stick that over anything, it's nice. And you get this book. This is lovely. It's like cartridge paper or something. And all these at the bottom are like tickets that you can tear off. Really nice. Then of course you get the postage stamps, the paper that are used for the collage, the birds that I haven't even looked at yet. But maybe they'll come into their own. These stickers, birdie stickers, bit of my waste. And these decoupage sheets. Lovely. So yeah, there's plenty still to be played with in there. So I am thinking that we ought to progress with our project and not just leave it as 2 trifolds, but step it up a gear. What do you think? Do you think we should do that? I think so. So join me next time to see what we do with it. I hope you're playing along, even if you haven't got the, you know, the birds or anything, you know, use what you've got. And the only thing I would say is the base works best with double-sided paper. So, you know, something like Timmy or any of your scrapbook pads that have got double-sided paper, maybe even ones that you're trying to use up, you know, because you don't see that much of it. So that's our 2 trifolds done. Join me next time for another exciting episode of The Birds. Bye for now.